ready, we're going to be starting our program immediately. If you could take your seats wherever you are. Obviously, we have a slight delay in starting our program. I'd like to apologize for the delay. I wanted to start at 8 o'clock sharp, but sadly we are at 8:15, but we will hopefully cover the time lost. Firstly, introduce myself. My name is Ajbal Masroor, and I'll be hosting this event for the rest of the evening. So please, if you don't mind, follow instructions that I give you, and let's stay together to make this event a success. Today we are here for a very simple reason. It's a public emergency meeting to talk about Palestine, to explore what we're going to do here locally and understand what's happening globally, both in the UK as well as other parts of the world, particularly in Gaza Strip. As we sit here today, I have reports of well over 9,000 to 10,000 innocent people's lives have been taken, murdered, and their homes and properties destroyed. I am not one of those who is very scared of speaking the truth. And I'm not shaken very often when I have seen tragedies. But today in the afternoon, late afternoon, evening prayer, Maghrib prayer, when I stood up to pray, just before I was getting ready to pray, I saw a video of innocent people being executed. And I couldn't concentrate in my prayer. I was welling up and crying my eyes out. And I think you and I, all of us, have come to a point where we're thinking, how much more tears are we going to shed? Our tears are not making any difference. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're here together to stand in solidarity with the people of Palestine, especially the people of Gaza, as they live under this horrendous siege, constant bombardment, and 24-hour death sentence by which they're burying their loved ones on a daily basis. Tonight's program is going to be quite streamlined, and I will give you a basic introduction to all of our programs. Our keynote speaker, Hussam Zomlot, has lost some members of his family in Gaza. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. As we know, nobody is immune from this bombardment. And under such circumstances, he has sent his apology saying, I would love to come. And I understand why he didn't come. I met him in the last demo and we spoke at length. Not only Hussam, but we pray for every single member of Palestinian families who have lost their families in Gaza because of the onslaught, the barbaric and the brutal attack by the Israeli army. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with these words I'd like to open. But we have also been joined by great people like you. And I'm very grateful that you did in this very cold, wet, windy night. More than 750 of you had booked to come. By the way, we've also been attacked on, is it bolt attack today? Bot attack, whatever it's called. Somebody tried to book 100 tickets using one of those automatic machines and make sure our event is advertised as sold out and finished. We detected it early enough and we stopped it. We deleted all of those tickets that were sold. The saddest part is why? Why would you want to do something as silly as that? Let people speak. Let people express their views. And for those of you who saw my interview with GB News yesterday, my God, people are calling for army to be sent down to stop people from protesting. Have you heard that? Some people are saying, bring the army, stop them from protesting. It's just staggering, the attempt and efforts people are going and making in order to silence people of conscience. We're very delighted and grateful that we've been joined by Matt Kennard, who is a co-founder and chief investigator at Declassified UK, a news outlet investigating British foreign policy. I'll be inviting him to speak in a minute. Let me just give you a gist of what we're going to do today. He's worked for the Financial Times and is the author of acclaimed books, including most recently the excellent book called Silent Coup. And we also have Ahmed Al-Nouq, who is a resident of Gaza, Palestine, and co-founder of We Are Not Numbers, a youth-led Palestinian non-profit project in the Gaza Strip. Ladies and gentlemen, before I begin, let me outline something very important today. This is not a party political program. This is a program for the Palestinian people. And we're here to stand with the Palestinian people, expressing our solidarity and looking for a solution here locally as well as globally. So if you have come with any party political hats, I request you to go and leave it outside, come back and join us as neutrally as you can. We're here as human beings, brothers and sisters in humanity, not one faith but many faiths represented in this room. All of us are feeling the pain. The order of our evening will be that we have the two speakers who will be speaking, and I'll be explaining as we move further forward. Doctors said to me, I can't eat breakfast. I've not eaten since yesterday. I said, why can you not eat breakfast? So she said, I had to make decisions about which life to save. I looked at 2 or 3 injured people around me, and I had to make a decision. I had to let some go in order to save others. And I looked at her and I said, please don't tell me this, because I won't be able to eat and I won't be able to think straight after hearing what you have to do as a doctor. Ladies and gentlemen, people of Gaza and their story didn't begin on the 7th of October. Their suffering has been going on for 75 long years. And I have eyewitnessed the massacre of people of Gaza while I was there. And when I left, when my hotel was bombed, Gazan people hurried me to the Egyptian border and bundled me into a bus and said, please go. You are our guest. We can't risk losing you. And I looked at them and I said to them, what about your own families? They said, that's okay. We've lost many, but we can't lose our guests. Please, go to Egypt. Ladies and gentlemen, some of those memories are raw for me. I've not forgotten them. One police officer who escorted me to the bus, he shook my hand and he said to me, I will see you in paradise. And I heard later on, he actually died. He was bombed, a police officer. So, I am a foreigner. I went to see what was going on with the people of Gaza, and I saw. And I feel very emotional from outside. Emotion is one thing, but experiencing this plight day in and day out for 75 years is something very different. And ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we are here today together to ensure that we are united in our resolve to stand against all brutality, all aggression, especially occupation of Palestinian people and their land. Without further ado, let me introduce my next speaker. Excuse me for a minute while I pull myself together. Before I do, leafleting outside, if anybody is distributing any leaflets, they're not ours. So if you have brought them, pick them up, do what you like, but please don't associate them with us. It's not ours. Remember, this is a civic event. This event is not to promote your political party, but to stand for the people of Gaza. We want to concentrate on constructive and work that we can organize together in this very place in our country. We invited the mayor of Tower Hamlets, Mayor Lutfur. He couldn't come, and he sent his sorry and apology. He said, and I read his message, "Sorry I could not join you today. A huge number of Tower Hamlets residents marched today in central London to express their deep concern over the unfolding humanitarian catastrophe in Middle East. Thousands of innocent people, including many children, have already died. Thousands more are injured, and over 1 million are displaced. There must be an immediate ceasefire, and leaders must work together to find a political solution to this crisis." Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite on the stage our first speaker, Matt Kennard, who I've introduced already. But most important introduction for me, for him, is his latest book, an excellent book it is indeed, called Silent Coup. Please put your hands together for Matt